why don't we make a wall hanging that we can then plant up with succulents, put that up because succulents love the sun, and that's what we're going to do. So this is what we need. We're going to need a hammer, a little bit of chicken wire, some screws, a few of these little tacking nails, cordless drill, very important, 2 pieces of wood that are 30 centimeters, all right, cut up already, 2 pieces that are 25, another 4 pieces that are also 30, and 4 pieces that are 30 that have been mitered. So, and it's very important that you get that angle right. The planks that I've used is actually CCA treated fence poles. So first up, what we want to do, we've got 2 guys over there. We've got 1 baby here, and we've got another one here. All right, there we go. We've got a square. So let's take that. Let's take these boys away over here and pop it here. Get our screw, and off we go. Perfect. 2 on each side will be ample. Nice. Okay guys, there's our square. Perfect. Now what we want to do is, next thing is put on our ends, which is going to be the front of it. So that's why we've done the miter cut. Gives us a much better finish instead of just another square across here. You know, of course you could do that. And like that and like that. So that's the idea, because that's going to be the front of it, the frame of it, and then this is going to go underneath. But let's first get this guy attached. You take your little tacking nails, or they're called U-nails, and then you're going to just join them. Okay, pop them together there. Let's give it a bash. Right, now that I've tacked the frame together, take our square that we had, all right, and we're turning it over. Right, so because we don't want to see those tacking bits here. They just don't finish it off really well. And then we get our screws, and we are now going to attach it. Right, folks, now we get the idea. We've got these in place, and I've tried to make the screws literally in the same position so that it's as neat and symmetrical as possible. Now, next step, we're going to turn it over like that, and you take your chicken wire. And the chicken wire, if you have a look here, I'm going to place it just over there. All right, nice and simple. And we take these little tacking nails, and I'm going to attach it with the tacking nails. Okay, last part of our frame before we can get to the cool part, which is planting up in there. We're going to take our little 30 centimeter slats, and all we're going to do is attach them to form the back. So can you get the idea? That's going to form the back, so the soil will be able to sit in here. Same as before, pop them on, get your cordless drill and whack them in. Okay, guys, that is it. Frame is done. Hoo-hoo, looking beautiful. And now we get to start with the planting. Right, folks, so we've got some potting soil in the trug, ordinary potting soil, and remember, it's new out of a bag. It's not the used one that's left over from the dead chrysanthemum, okay? Ordinary potting soil in, and then a handful or 2 of bone meal. Okay, we don't need that anymore. Let's pop it down here. And then we're going to use a bit of coconut husk or coconut peat. Remember, folks, this is from the block that you put into water. It swells up, makes 5 liters of the stuff. Okay, and this is why I love this stuff, because it, you see, there, it holds moisture, okay? And this thing's going to be in the bright sun, and it just helps to bind everything, and it works beautifully. So a couple of scoopfuls of that inside here, and then we're just going to mix it all together. Yeah, that should do it. Nice. Okay, guys, this is where it gets messy. Okay, so what I want you to do is we're going to take our trug, and you're literally going to empty some of the soil over, You see how it's going to start working its way through the chicken mesh? So just do that until you literally have filled it up level with the chicken mesh. Right guys, when you're happy that you filled in all the gaps, just to make extra sure, grab it and just give it a bit of a bang, and that'll get it into all the corners. Then take off the excess bits. Right, so you've got a nice smooth area to start working with. Now take a look. There we go. See that? Nice and smooth. And then we can start playing with the plants. I've got some crassulas here. I've got a beautiful echeveria, and unfortunately they're not going to look as gorgeous as this when I'm finished with them, because we are going to dismantle them and plant them into there. Now you might be saying, well Tanya, could I not just use stuff from my garden? Well, of course you could. I mean, that's the whole idea. If you really could go around with the pear secateurs, snip off a few succulents, I mean, that'll make your job a whole lot more affordable. So this little crassula is called Firecracker, and we're going to be getting rid of all the soil, okay? Because remember, all of these succulents simply grow by breaking off a piece and popping it into soil. So we're going to take our echeveria and we are literally going to just cut it off. But you see, as we've cut it, do you see there's still roots there? Okay, and you know that you can simply cut off an echeveria, just pop it anywhere in the garden and it will grow, because these things are incredibly tough. So we're going to take this baby and we're going to find the middle, because I want to work on that geometric shape. There we go, and then all we do is we pop this little baby in and firm it down. Ha ha! Doo-doo! There it is. And we're going to take a little guy. We're also just going to cut him up. And then we're going to start putting the crassula literally just around our echeveria. So we've got a change in texture and a change in color. Just pop it in. Oh, you beauty, you. Looks so pretty. All right, last little crassula is in. Folks, you're probably thinking, well, you've just destroyed an entire plant. Please don't stress. Take this little baby, prune his roots off and plant him back into the garden, and you will have a new plant in no time. But take a look there. There we have one times beautiful framed succulent wall art, and this geometric pattern is exactly what I wanted to replicate from that wonderful bachelor's garden. So ideally what you should do is leave it here for a while to take root, or you can be brave and take it and hang it up somewhere. And remember, what it needs is full sun in terms of watering. Literally every second or third day, just go with a little squirt, a little spray gun, spray it a bit, and this guy is going to be happy and look after itself for years to come. And there you have it, try it at home. There's so many different things that you could add into here, because succulents are so forgiving.